Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? We early today, baby. We is early today. Man, yeah, what I tell y'all they was gonna do to me on that video I just dropped on David Warren. Still look, video almost at 8,000 views. Still ain't give me a determination if they're gonna monetize it or not. Which means that whole 8,000 views, I don't make $1 off her. And I told y'all how they did me. I posted one video, they didn't monetize it. I posted the second one, they monetize it, and then as soon as I make it public, they demonetize it. That whole day they went past, and they don't monetize the video yet. They'll watch, come tomorrow, they'll monetize it. But so hit that like button, we rock and roll. You know, we here a little early today. A little 2 minutes early. Hey, y'all, I think I'm ready to start a Rallo compilation. Like, yo, be going out sad, yo. Like, yo, he must have got no real friend. All Rallo real friends must have left him once the snitching, came down on. Because the way that boy been moving since he came home, that shit screams, yes, man. You hear me? He ain't got nothing but yes men around him. So, the nigga went live at Rich Homie Quan Firm. Went live, seem like you'd have thought he was Rich Homie Quan brother, the saying that he was making at the firm, from what I understand. Lied, said him and Boosie was the only celebrities there. I just seen a video of Rocco giving a hell of a speech, salute to Rocco. And now, Rallo has a video. He had Mo 3 grave, y'all. The man shot a video at Mo 3 grave. Like, somebody talk to that boy, man. For real. Shit's out of control. Look at this shit. Hold on. This nigga crazy, man. Like, Shorty need to be stopped. I'm mad I ever had faith in this nigga, man. Shit got me feeling like I'm a motherfucking clown for real. Nigga supposed to be able to see through goofiness. I mean, he supposed to be able to spot goofiness a mile away. Somehow this nigga was able to slide through the cracks. Look at this shit, y'all. And make sure y'all subscribe to my Instagram. Keep it G News. On the way to 5K. On the way to 5K. Look at this shit. Like, Shorty is on a clout chasing tour. Like, reading what it is. That boy on the clout chasing tour, y'all. Like, he can't help himself. Like, he just get lamer and lamer by the day. I don't know what the fuck the nigga gonna do tomorrow. Jesus Christ. He already did some of the lamest things you can do on in the internet. Tomorrow, that nigga might he might do his next video shoot gonna be at Dolph grave. Like, this nigga is trying to do anything to stay relevant. But he ain't dropped that paperwork yet. What's up, G? Man, make sure y'all share the live, yo. You see they've been playing with the numbers last couple lives. Clemson, what it is. Here go the gang coming through. So look, right, before we get into the topic, y'all, today we're going to talk about black billionaires and their treatment of Diddy. We're going to talk about Ice Cube response to Candace Owens. Y'all know I got a lot to speak about on that. I did videos explaining that. Got demonetized for it. You know what I mean? But, certain conversations got to be had. No, I don't think he dissing. He probably trying to do it to pay homage, but bro, like I don't know. The nigga just wild, man. Like, I don't know. Mo 3 probably didn't fuck with that boy, yo. Like, he just clout chasing. Just clout chasing, you know. But earlier on the earlier live I did, a lot of people ain't tapping. They probably ain't send notifications out, but I talked about the boy Onnacouchtv, and I said I was gonna hit him because that video he put out exploiting them kids in Chicago was disgusting. So I actually did hit him, right? And he responded. So I said I'd take the video down, you know, since he had enough, enough respect to respond back. But let me tell y'all, let me show y'all what happened. What I said in his responses. He ain't respond back. So he probably, you know how niggas is, man. Niggas okay with selling a community. Niggas don't see nothing wrong with it. So let me show y'all what I said to him. Yo, alright, what's up with that video? Why would you post a video interviewing kids, yo, with firearms and shit like that in their hand, bro? Like, yo, come on, my nigga, like, what type of shit is that, though, bro? Like, real talk, yo, like, man to man, yo, like, what kind of shit is that? Like, them little boys look like they about 15, yo, 16 years old, my nigga, 14, grown ass man, yo, putting the camera in their feet, bro. Like, you don't think nothing wrong with that? Like, yo, you niggas, like, serious, yo, like, seriously, though, yo, like, is it really that serious, yo, when it come down to views, yo, that you willing to exploit children, my nigga? Alright, so that's what I said first, then I hit him again. Yeah, like, yo, for real, we can have, like, a real conversation, yo, we can do it on live, we can do it on here. Yo, cause I'm really trying to understand that mind frame, bro. Like they was kids, my nigga. Kids, bro. Like, are we trying to move away from this dumbass shit, my nigga? Like, you ain't tired of saying black youth dying? Or, you know, that shit don't really bother you. I know with me, yo, I operate like, I'm from Baltimore, bro. Like, I've been saying, young niggas died my whole life, my nigga. I think it's about time we move past that shit. I ain't saying you gotta change the content up or nothing, yo, but like children, bro, like Charlene. Different, bro. Alright, so this was his response. I feel you, but they got music out and hella vlogs already. So who am I to tell them wait till they get older to come on my channel? They paying just like everybody else. And y'all gotta remember, Keith and Dirk and Duck, all of them was 14 to 16 when they started doing all the same shit, but social media wasn't as rampant as it is now. And I did cut hella shit out that was going to lead to glorification, but I'm not a page for pushing peace, just everyday hood life. So this is what I said. So this is my reply. He ain't reply to this. Yeah, I get it, bro. Yo, that shit looks horrible though, my nigga. I just think, you know, I'm a content creator too, y'all, and I ain't gonna lie one off on you. I take the video down since I talk to you. But I just look at it like, yo, as content creators, yo, like we can push our own narrative. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, do what you do. You know, you doing hood life, yo. But I think when it comes down to children, bro, like, because we know what that life leads to. You understand? Like, them young niggas, them niggas ain't gonna last, bro. Little niggas gonna be dead, bro. Or go to jail. Nigga know how that shit goes. So it's like, why give them the attention they seeking? You feel me? Even if somebody else is giving it to them. Let them niggas get that shit to them, man. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, I don't want to participate in that type of shit. You feel me? Like, niggas don't share everything they see on social media. And yo, what was done to Chief Keef and Dirk and that was wrong, bro. That shit DJ Academics did to them boys was horrible, my nigga. Like, and you right though, cause I don't think a lot of people realize how young they was. And you got DJ Academics, who was a grown man at the time, giving them niggas nicknames. This is the thing, bro. When you give them attention like that, it gives them ammunition to keep going.
You feel me? So it's like there's no reason. So in their mind, they think they're getting somewhere. But in reality, niggas know drill music is a dead end street. It's dead end. Nobody gets on. Niggas go to prison. Niggas die. So it's like, at that point, it's like nigga helping them, nigga helping them get closer to their death for real, my nigga. I mean,
now he brought up a good point, about Chief Keef now. And I don't think people realize how young them boys was, man. What up, King? Hey, I don't think people realize how young them boys was, man. And that's not no excuse. Just because niggas did it to Chief Keef and Dirk and all them niggas when they was young. Yeah, we didn't have, like he said, the internet wasn't what it was back then, like it is now. And we have came so far and started we know what this shit do now. So it's like even when rap first came out, we're gonna talk about this too later on in the video with the gangster rap and all that shit. At that time, very few people knew the lasting consequences of rap music and gangster music and the glorification of the streets because it was new to us. Just like with anything, it's new to us. It's like the crack epidemic. Nobody thought that 25, 30 years down the line, that shit was still going to be a problem. But it's like now we know. So that's not an excuse to say, well, they interviewed Dirk and them niggas was young. All right, niggas was ignorant back then, but now we got the knowledge, we got the information, times have changed. And we realized, that shit was wrong. So why would you then turn around and do it again? You understand what I'm saying? Like, them young boys, if y'all wasn't on the live yesterday, we talked about it yesterday, them young boys ain't gonna last, man. Very few people last. I got a homeboy just got murdered yesterday at Park Heights, man. Rest in peace to G, man. You feel me? It's like, niggas don't last, y'all. I know I got a lot of dead friends, a lot of dead associates. It's only very few that's gonna make it. So it's like, if you notice as an older person, you notice and you see a young boy and you see that's the route they going, you don't give them a nudge and tap them on the back, tell them keep going. You like, no, you gotta turn around, shorty, you going the wrong way. You don't participate in that type of shit. But what happens is, like he just said, their money green too. So it's really what we always say, everybody is selling out for the bag. Everybody is selling out for the money. And it's, we gonna see how that shit work, You feel me? Couple people gonna make some money. People might even get rich. But the effects of this shit, is gonna be devastating. It's gonna last for years. It's gonna last for years, Just like everything else. What they say, problems are easy to get into, and hard to get out of, So we getting into this problem real easy. But to get out of it, it's gonna be a hard thing to do, Man, straight up, man, that shit ain't no motherfucking joke. Niggas be dying, man. Niggas be dying young. Niggas die when they stick around too long. Man, it's a dead end street. It's a dead end street. Now he ain't replied back to that. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. He probably felt like he said enough. He's standing on it. Niggas don't really care. Like a lot of these niggas don't care what their name associated to. A lot of these niggas, and I ain't saying him, but a lot of these people that think like that, they be the same motherfuckers that'll sell motherfucking drywall on the block, or sell K2 as marijuana, shit like that. Niggas don't give a fuck. They just try and get the bag. They don't care they're the same niggas that'll sell fentanyl pills and don't tell you it's fentanyl in them. You feel me? Like, I was always taught you had to move with a certain level of integrity, with anything you do. You feel me? Anything you do, you supposed to carry that shit with integrity, but that's not what it is now, Niggas want the views. And that's what the fuck niggas is chasing. And they chasing that shit by any means. Like, nigga couldn't have paid me to interview them young niggas, man. What? Nah, I can't do that. It's like, for the longest time, even when I was selling drugs, like, I'm not going to sell fake pills. Not selling fake pills, because I don't want my name attached to it. I want niggas to think when they think of peanut or nut or pain, wherever they call me, wherever neighborhood I'm in, niggas will know, man, his name good. His name solid. I don't want my name to come up and niggas be like, man, I ain't trying to fuck with he be burning. You feel me? But everybody not like that, Some niggas don't give a fuck about that shit. Hit that like button. But y'all, Diddy. Yo, all through social media, everybody's talking about Diddy, yo. And the vast majority of people still believe that this is where he be. This is where he shake up the industry and a lot of niggas going to jail when Jay-Z next, yo. That is not the fucking truth, y'all. It's not the truth. It's not happening. Nobody else is going to jail. This is a situation that's personal between Diddy and the people that Diddy got a problem with, y'all. That's all. That's what this is. This not even about cash. That's another thing. People think it's multiple victims. Yo, it's not multiple victims, y'all. It's like I think I'm the only page telling everybody, like, yo, the only victim is Cassie. Am I the only one? Yo, are we the only page that watched the lawyer say that? Nobody else saying that interview on CNN with when the anchor was talking to Diddy lawyer, and she was talking about all these victims. He was like, it's only one victim. She said, well, to be fair, the U.S. attorney said it was 50 witnesses. 50 witnesses. He like, yeah, but he didn't specify. It's 49 witnesses and one victim. This case is about Cassie versus Diddy. Nothing else. Nothing else. What we read in that lawsuit is the case. That's the whole case. Trafficking is when I'm gonna explain the charges to everybody. Diddy got a trafficking charge. That's Diddy ordering sex workers from state to state to state to state to state to state. And Cassie going along with him. That's where the trafficking come in at. Then you got the what's the other charge? Witness tampering. He texted me when they raided Diddy's house. Diddy text message Cassie like, yo, these motherfuckers at my house. Answer the phone. That's witness tampering. Kidnapping is when Diddy was fighting her in the hotel and he grabbed back in the room when she tried to go. That's the kidnapping case. I mean, the kidnapping charge. This whole case is about Cassie, y'all. That's it. Nobody else. And it's not really about Cassie. It's about the business that Diddy had going on, y'all. But I just find it strange. And this is why, yo, we not taking serious in this country, yo, because niggas don't stand up. And I ain't talking about us. I'm talking about people that's close to Diddy. I'm talking about the Jay-Z's and the rest of these billionaires that had a relationship with y'all. Where them niggas at? Where they at? Nobody is speaking. Nobody, because I'm not the only one. We ain't the only ones that know what's going on. Them niggas know what's going on too. They know what this case is about. I ain't saying Diddy ain't commit no crimes. Because by the letter of the law, what Diddy did was a crime. But this ain't about that at all. I was the first page. We was the first page to say that, yo, this ain't about that. This shit is personal between Diddy and Diageo, however you pronounce that shit. That's what that's what it's about, y'all. And then you got, look, let me show y'all something. A lot of people watch this nigga. A lot of people. Oh my God, here go my fucking mouse disappearing and shit. I hate this damn computer sometimes, yo. Look, a lot of people watch this dude, right? What's his name? The little lawyer nigga? Check out what he had to say. Not that. Yo, it's on my screen, right? Boosie got a warrant. Yo, what the fuck just happened, y'all? I know. Don't y'all watch this dude? Culture Vulture. What's his name? What's his name? Getty, what it is? There go my motherfucking guy. Yo, Getty is one of the realest guys on YouTube. Let me tell y'all something about Getty real quick. Y'all know how I always be talking about niggas don't like to share their platforms and shit like that. Well, Getty is different. You feel me? Yo, when I had, Lawyers for Work, when I had like 2,000-3,000 subscribers, I think Getty probably was at like 30,000. Getty let me share my videos in this Discord, man. Real nigga shit, y'all. A lot of these motherfuckers won't do that. They won't do none of that shit. They won't share your videos because they so worried about, I don't know what they be worried about, yo. But Getty different, yo. And I got respect for Getty for that, yo, because that should mean a lot to me, yo, because these niggas don't operate like that. Niggas do not operate like that. Niggas be on straight bullshit. They be so worried about their viewers watching your content, like everybody don't watch multiple channels. Like it's crazy, yo. So salute to Getty, yo. Getty solid with me. But lawyers for work. Everybody always, y'all watch this nigga, right? So he's responding to 50 Cent. Matter of fact.
No, 50 Cent knows better than to be throwing stuff around like this about Diddy and Diageo and the criminal case. Listen to this. We're going to talk about it.
With major corporations, like me, my particular experience with Beam Centauri, it was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to daily on is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable.
You guys might be familiar with the business angle of this story. It's been reported that Diddy was working for Diageo basically as an employee, promoting the brand Ciroc, making a lot of money every year. He wanted ownership. He was looking to keep that going.
That
didn't work out. He starts his own competing brand, Daily Own, goes over there. Now he's an owner. And I think I just heard 50 Cent say that his beef with Diageo made it that his civil charges more quickly became a criminal case. It got there faster, and it wouldn't have gotten there so fast if he didn't have beef with Diageo, essentially accusing Diageo of influencing the decisions of federal prosecutors, and not just any federal prosecutors, perhaps the biggest, most powerful, most significant federal prosecutors in the country, the Southern District of New York, and the sex trafficking team that has been built off of the Jeffrey Epstein case and some of these other big-time trafficking cases that we've seen recently. Could those prosecutors really make their decisions based on influence from a very, very large company? You're not going to hear that come out my mouth. I think I just heard it come out of 50's mouth. That's an incredible statement. It's not quite saying that, hey, this big company made the feds go after him, but it is saying, hey, this big company made the feds go after him faster. So it's like, hey man, they didn't start the fire, but they put a little gas on that thing. And I know 50 Cent knows better than to be throwing stuff around like this about Diddy and Diageo and the criminal case. Listen to this. We're gonna talk about it.
Hey Getty, I did a whole video on it, Getty, way before everybody else. I did a whole video on it. That is exactly what this is over. It's obvious, yo. It's obvious. That's why it pisses me off. That's why I'm talking about the billionaires. Like, why are these niggas not speaking up? It's obvious what this is about. When have we ever seen victims get paid? Victims get paid and they take them to trial. This case is about Cassie, yo. Like, people got to understand that there is no more victims. There will be no more victims. This case is about Cassie. Cassie got paid. That's all she wanted. Why is Diddy on trial? I'm not saying I'm not making an excuse for him. I'm just talking about what we dealing with. Why is Diddy on trial when he paid her already? He paid her already. And that's what it's about. Now, 50 was lighthearted with it. I think maybe, no, it ain't that the case came more faster. The case came in general. You understand what I'm saying? Allegedly. Like, these people were dirty, that's a dirty, like Getty says, corporate chess. But Diddy should have known that. And that's why in that video, when I first talked about it, I said, It's hard to really feel bad for Diddy because you've been playing this game a long time. You know how these people operate. You know how they operate. And what Diddy was alleging in that lawsuit was racial discrimination. Yo, that can ruin a company. And it's not just about the company, y'all. It's the people that invest in the company as well. So if you was to look into this company like I did, I ain't gonna do it on here. Y'all gotta do your own. If you was to look into that company, you'll realize that it's some powerful companies behind that company. And y'all, if people think that politicians run the world, no. Corporations run the world, man. Big Pharma run the world, man. And others run the world, man. They can make anything happen. But what Diddy messed up is he thought he was on that level. But the problem is, and the reason why this is allowed to happen is because, yo, we got people. Where they at? Where Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Oprah, Tyler Perry. Where y'all at? Like, where are the billionaires backing Diddy? Diddy made the mistake of thinking, that's what it was, Gaddy. Diddy thought he was equal. And they taught him a lesson. Yo, this is about a lesson. That's why I'm trying to explain to people there is nobody else going to jail. And right now you got blogs. I don't know if they pushing the narrative on purpose or they just unaware. But they pushing this narrative that, matter of fact, Cat Williams just posted something. You know, he a comedian. Matter of fact, let me turn my computer off, y'all, and turn it back on. Because my mouse done disappeared. You even turn that shit off. Hold on, y'all. Turn this computer off, turn it back on. His house didn't get raided because of Cassie Dummy. You talking a whole bunch of nonsense. Did you hear what I just said? Yo, that's what I said. Did you hear what I just said? I didn't say that. I didn't say his house got raided because of Cassie. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, niggas can't even comprehend. That's why we be so lost, y'all. That is why we be so lost as motherfucking black people. Because people can't even comprehend when I'm blatantly, it's blatant what I'm saying. Like, I'm not speaking in riddles. I'm not talking in tongues. I ain't talking in circles. I'm saying, yo, this case has nothing to do with Cassie. This case is about Cassie. The whole case is Cassie versus Diddy. Now, what made this case happen has nothing to do with Cassie. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's no other victims. Is what I'm trying to get people to understand. It's witnesses, and the witnesses are Diddy's personal assistants, Diddy's bodyguards, people in Diddy's orbit are the witnesses. Sex workers are the witnesses. But there's no other victims. If you read the indictment is basically the same thing as the motherfucking. Yo, do I gotta go back to the video? Let me go back to the video. Cause I don't think a lot of people must ain't see that. I think y'all we the only ones that watched that video or something. Let me go back to the video where Diddy lawyer said it out his mouth because people must think I'm making it up. So I'll let y'all hear from his lawyer instead. This nigga Academics always going live when I go live. Yo, a bitch. Yo, wasn't nobody else going live at 11 o'clock, yo. I picked this time because wasn't nobody live at 11. Now every time I'm live, he live. It's cool though, because I'll show better than his. That nigga ain't giving no real game. We can battle it out. I bet I pass him eventually. We can go live every day for the next 5 years. Same time. I bet I pass him. I'm not defending nobody, y'all. Pay attention to what I'm saying, y'all. Not defending anybody. Pay attention to what I'm saying. This is not a defense of Diddy. This is an explanation of why Diddy is going through this. It's a difference. It's a difference, bro. By the letter of the law, Diddy committed crimes. But these crimes ain't got shit to do with why Diddy's on trial right now. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Is this it? Oh, this ain't it. That's not it. Damn, y'all. How many days ago y'all rewatched that video? No, it's not it either. Here you go, right here. Here you go, right here. Since y'all don't want to believe me, I'm gonna let the lawyer tell you.
She worked her way up.
I had a summer job at McDonald's.
No, bro. They was raiding this house show because of Cassie lawsuit. They was raiding this house because of Cassie lawsuit. Like, why are people not understanding? Yo, is anybody else having a hard time understanding what I'm explaining? Because I think I'm being very clear about what I'm saying.
He's for them.
And the rich as hell, we're going to give you that stuff.
She's for you.
When our middle class is strong, America is strong.
So, thank you, Caitlin. So, I think we have a good
This
shot
Diddy
tomorrow.
lawyer.
Tomorrow we argue in front of the district court judge whose case this is. Today we argued in front of a magistrate judge.
What's up?
Whose case this is not. We'll never have this magistrate.
All right, so what I'm explaining to everybody, for people that just came in, I'm telling people that Diddy committed crimes, but there's no other victims. There's one victim in this case. The victim is Cassie. But the reason why Diddy is on trial or is in jail right now has nothing to do with Cassie. It's all about Diddy and his beef with the company, the liquor company. That's why all of this is going down. It happened simultaneously. Yo, Diddy is going against some powerful people. But the problem is, we got powerful people too, and they're not saying anything. They quiet. From Baltimore. They is extremely quiet. And that is why these things are allowed to exist. That's why we keep saying these things happen, is because when they bring the force down on one of us, it's just one of us. The people in his orbit don't say nothing. They don't say nothing. They quiet as a church mouse. And ultimately, all they doing is just waiting their turn. That's all they doing. All they doing is just waiting their turn, because just like they did it to R. Kelly, like they did it to Bill Cosby, like they doing it to Diddy, one day they're going to do this shit to you. So when we going to get smart enough to realize to be like, yo, man, fuck that, yo, we ain't ready to keep standing. Nah, y'all, it's 50 witnesses, y'all, and one victim. It's 50 witnesses and one victim. And the victim is Cassie. But the crazy thing, Getty, is the whole internet is still running with this narrative that, yo, Jay-Z next and the heads going to roll and everybody going to jail. And that's not what's happening, y'all. This is personal. This was a business relationship that turned personal. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Now, look. Listen to Diddy, this Diddy lawyer right here, y'all. Y'all remember he was in court? I think we must be the only ones that watch this on this channel.
Again.
No, he ain't say no to Diddy sued them people for racial discrimination. You know how much money was going to be lost? Yo, Diddy was suing for billions, y'all. Billions. Like, we ain't talking about no man. Diddy was suing for billions. And if you was to look into these people and you realize who backs these people, then you'll have a complete understanding of everything I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta realize when you got big corporations, right? You have investors. you know, JP Morgan Chase, Walmart, Bank of America, big, huge enterprises that's investing in another enterprise. So when you got a person who in his own right is an enterprise, but he's not nearly as big as any of y'all. He might thought he was. That's what I'm saying. This is the lesson. Who thought he was on the same level because he worked for billion. But you're going against a company that's worth 60 billion. And you suing them for billions. Now you got these corporations that got their money tied into this company. What the fuck they gonna do? What they gonna do? We can't let this happen. Everybody gonna lose. The baby, you one eye. You confusing it too. What was found in the house raid ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was wild. That ain't even the wildest thing is the IVs. Like, I'm not saying Diddy didn't commit crimes. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if Diddy didn't cross these people, those crimes would have never got brought up. That's what I'm telling y'all. If Diddy didn't never cross these people, we'd have never known about these crimes. Do that make sense? Right, yo. That's what I'm saying. Jackson. Like people not getting it. Like I didn't explain this several times. And all this is alleged. This is my opinion. I should be allowed to have my opinion, you know. But people gotta look at the bigger picture, y'all. The bigger picture. Now look, this for all the people that think it's gonna be more indictments and it's all these victims. This Diddy lawyer.
Tomorrow we argue in front of Judge Carter, and it's Judge Carter's case till the end. So hope springs eternal, but I think we have strong arguments, and I think we have a good chance.
Well, and what prosecutors are arguing is not only does your client pose a flight risk, because obviously he's incredibly wealthy.
Hey, Galaxy, I agree.
And a lot of staff. Even
I agree, Galaxy.
He said he turned over his passport to you months ago. They were also worried about him being able to interfere with witnesses
100%.
and calling them. And so I guess the question is, how do you assure the court that won't happen if prosecutors are saying, this is someone who's attempted to bribe security staff and has already threatened?
No, we're not looking for him to talk. He's going to tell. He's telling the truth, not talking bad about him, but listen to him.
Interfered with witnesses.
So I think the most important thing,
exactly,
more important than the passport,
exactly.
Is that
now
Mr.
people getting
came
it
to New York on September 5th. As soon as we realized that this indictment was going to be coming down in a matter of weeks, maybe months, but sometime soon, Mr. Combs got on a plane, left his home in Florida, flew to New York. I called.
Man, make sure y'all subscribe, man.
I said, Mr. Combs is in New York. Do you want to know where he is? If you want to know where he is, I'll tell you where he is. But he wants to surrender. He's here to surrender. They didn't want him to surrender because if he surrenders, they don't get to tell the judge that he's a flight risk and he's a danger. Because who, as a danger and a flight risk, would fly to New York and surrender? So they didn't want him to surrender.
So since September 5th, you had known, you expected it was likely he was going to formally face charges.
I really knew he was formally going to face charges on March 25th.
This investigation only been going on for a year, y'all.
The day of the searches. When Homeland Security searched his Los Angeles home, his Miami home, and his airplane, I knew that day by looking at the search warrants. I mean, I've been doing this for a while. This is not my first or 100th rodeo. That this was going to come as a matter of time. What I realized in early September is that it was coming soon, and so it was time.
Why not? No, I'm not fine with sex trafficking, yo. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand, yo. You can do something for so long, right, that it just becomes protocol. Do y'all even know why it's called why it falls under sex trafficking? Because if you ain't watched my channel, I don't think nobody even really explained it. The reason why Diddy is on trial for a RICO, the way they was able to fit this under a RICO is because everybody had a job to do. It's all about these freak offs. Everybody, so setting up these freak offs, you had a job. When the freak offs was over, you had a job. The organization of it made it a crime, organized crime. That's what RICO's is. RICO's is organized crime. And how he had these things. So basically what I'm saying is you had people that was going to bring the baby oil. You had people that was going to bring the towels. You had people that after the freak off, you had the prostitutes that was coming in from state to state. You had people that when the freak off was over, they cleaned up the hotel. Now, if the freak off got too out of hand and somebody got hurt or whatever, you had people that was going by the security footage. You had people that was going threaten people. That's what made it a crime, y'all. That's what made it a crime. And Francis to the lawyer, man. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand.
Time for Mr. Combs to come to New York, which he did. And let me just point out one very important thing.
Yeah, I don't know. That is crazy, Dick D.
Something that happened 8 years ago. You know, this video that we've all seen, and it's a bad video for Mr. Combs, and he said so himself when he gave his apology. This is 8 years ago, and the prosecutors are talking about him.
Yo, I'm not saying it's not a crime. When I said it's a crime. I said it's a crime, yo. I'm just saying that's not why the charges came down. Diddy been committing that crime for 10 years.
A hotel security worker. There was no criminal investigation. This was just a matter of
hey, yo, fuck no.
Because he and the person in the video
LT Charlie crazy.
A 10-year relationship. That was difficult at times. That was toxic at times. But it was mutually so. And this
Listen
whole
to him.
notion that Mr. Combs is forcing drugs.
Listen to him.
No criminal.
You see, he only
himself
listen.
Years ago.
You see, he's only talking about Cassie. Listen to him.
Time for Mr. Combs to come to New York, which he did. And let me just point out one very important thing. The prosecutors are seizing on something that happened 8 years ago. You know, this video that we've all seen, and it's a bad video for Mr. Combs, and he said so himself when he gave his apology. This is 8 years ago.
I'm not saying he's not a weirdo.
Are talking about him bribing a hotel security worker.
That's a crime.
There was no criminal investigation. This was just a matter of personal embarrassment because he and the person in the video were in the midst of a 10-year relationship. That was difficult at times. That was toxic at times. But it was mutually so. And this whole notion that Mr. Combs is forcing drugs on someone is just nonsensical, and it's going to prove to not be true.
Well, on that video, he initially denied the allegations when his then girlfriend, who was in that video, filed a lawsuit last fall. And we have that video. I should note CNN was the first outlet to exclusively report on it. He denied that happened when she filed it in a complaint. And then when the video came out is when he apologized for it.
So I wasn't his lawyer back then. So I don't think he denied. I mean, I think the lawyers were the ones mostly making the denials. I think they were denying sex crimes. I mean, because at the end of the day, the gravamen of that civil complaint wasn't a misdemeanor assault, which is what you see on that video. Not minimizing it, but it's a misdemeanor assault. What the gravamen of the complaint was sex crimes, and he denied that, and he still does.
Well, and you're saying that this is all just about that one relationship, but when you read through the indictment, they say that there's not just one victim. They say there's multiple victims here today, and what I heard described was they said they have 50 witnesses or victims.
Yeah, I think it's 49 witnesses and one victim.
You hear him? You hear the lawyer? Let's play it back.
They said they have 50 witnesses or victims.
Yeah, I think it's 49 witnesses and one victim.
49 witnesses and one victim. 49 witnesses and one victim. Yeah, he said he think, that's his lawyer terminology. He knows. He knows. The case is about Cassie. Nobody else.
I think if you broke it down, and I say that because count 2, which is the sex trafficking count, has victim number 1, and there is no victim number 2 anywhere in the.
You hear that? Let me go back again for people that didn't hear it the first time. Stop letting these people feed y'all lies, telling y'all that it's multiple victims and it's gonna be. This ain't that, y'all. It probably could be that if they wanted it to be that, but that's not what this is.
Yeah, I think it's 49 witnesses and one victim. I think if you broke it down, and I say that because count 2, which is the sex trafficking count, has victim number 1, and there is no victim number 2 anywhere in the indictment.
So you're saying that there are not other women, because what they were essentially arguing here is that he coerced and forced women into sex acts by using physical force, financial
Did
pressure.
you hear what he just said in the indictment? No, he's not saying it. He's saying what's in the indictment. We read the whole indictment. Do we got to go back to the indictment again?
Anywhere in the indictment.
So you're...
I think if you broke it down, and I say that because count 2, which is the sex trafficking count, has victim number 1, and there is no victim number 2 anywhere in the indictment.
So you're saying that there are not other women, because what they were essentially arguing here is that he coerced and forced women into sex acts by using physical force, financial pressure, emotional abuse, and narcotics for what they described as these freak-off sessions. They saying that he self-described them as that.
Yeah, there's one victim in the indictment. That the charging
But
document.
one victim does count, right?
No, of course, but I'm just saying it's not 50. I mean, what they did is a little too cute. Is it's 50 witnesses or victims? Well, it's one victim. That's all.
They might make him.
Our
They might
reporter
make
who was
more.
in the courtroom today said that he appeared to have a stunned expression on his face.
That's how I wanted to get people to understand, y'all. Now they might can make more, but as we stand right now, it's one victim, yo. It's one victim. Yo, you keep talking about that's his job. He went to the indictment, yo. Did anybody read the indictment for y'all? Because over here, we read the whole indictment. How many of y'all seen the whole indictment from a YouTube page? We read the whole indictment, y'all. He probably was. Look, see y'all getting it confused, man. Like, yo, I'm not saying the man didn't commit no crimes. Like, how many times did I gotta say that? I'm not saying the man didn't commit no crimes. What I'm saying is the reason why these crimes even was made public is because of his beef with the company. That's why. Why now, y'all? Use common sense. Why now? He been doing this shit for how many years? They was in a 10-year relationship. Why now? Why now? Yeah, flim flam. That's what I'm saying. Oh my God, you just making up stuff. One, I already send you to the moon. Cause you just talking, yo. You're not thinking logical. You thinking with your emotions, bro. You're not thinking logical. You must be new over here, yo. We think logical over here, man. Great Paco, great freak. Diddy and never tries to. But this is the thing too. Like, yo, it's multiple ways you can look at things, yo. Now, I don't feel sorry for Diddy because Diddy knew what he was dealing with. He knew what he was dealing with. So, like somebody said earlier, in the comments, yo, when you align yourself with them people, you know what come with it, yo. You know what come with it. So he should have known that by him alleging these things on these people, he should have known what was going to come with it. Because he's not the first. He's not the first example. And it's not Epstein. It's not Weinstein. It's Bill Cosby, man. If you want to relate Diddy's situation to anybody, you relate it to Bill Cosby. That's what this is. That's what this is. Yeah, you're right. You reap what you sow. Diddy, and I'm sure he probably played this game on other people. You understand what I'm saying? He played. It's the leverage game. It's the leverage game. So it's like, all right, you want to play with us, but we know what you did to Cassie. We know what you did. Yo, do y'all think common sense? Common sense, everybody. I want everybody to put their common sense hat on. Do y'all think that Cassie will go up against Diddy by herself? Nobody is next. Common sense. As powerful as Diddy is, do y'all think Cassie will go up against Diddy by herself? Like, yo, come on, yo, people gotta use exactly, bro. Exactly. DQ and Robert. It's not drug people, it's one person, y'all. It's one person. It's one person. It's not a whole bunch of people. I gotta go back to the indictment again. Do I still got this indictment in my computer? Hold on. Let me see if I got this indictment in my computer. Because I don't think people, a lot of YouTube. See, that's why on my channel, we always go through the whole indictment. Like, we don't cut no corners. We make sure we go through the whole indictment so everybody know what they dealing with. Make sure I hit that like and subscribe to the channel, man. And we go live every day at 11 p.m. Every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if you don't get a notification, we here. We always here. Sometimes we might be a little late, but we ain't never later than 11:10. Let me see if I got this indictment. Damn, I ain't got that indictment. Yeah, I do. No, I got that indictment. Yeah, I know I got it. Diddy requested bail. Diddy, what's it called? Diddy, Sean Combs indictment. Here we go. This is the indictment. The whole indictment. AKA coerce women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. To do so, Combs relied on his employees, resources, and influence of multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise. Didn't I tell y'all that? What made it criminal is he weaponized his employees. What made it criminal is that he had people that would come with the baby oil. He had people that would come with the towels. He had cleanup crews. That's what made it criminal. It's right here in the indictment. It's right here in the indictment. By creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, Kid Cudi, bribery when he took the tape, and obstruction of justice when he called Cassie. Like, I don't know if y'all must be new to the channel, but I don't do no lying over here, man. Where the part where he I read the whole indictment on one of my other videos. I ain't ready to do that on this video. Fulfilling the personal desires of Combs, particularly those related to Combs' sexual gratification, including through the exploitation of women and the use of commercial sex workers. Enabling Combs and other members and associates of Combs Enterprise to engage in unlawful acts of violence, including sexual violence, sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for purpose of prostitution, coercion, and enticement to engage in prostitution, narcotics distribution, and other crimes, and concealing the commission of such acts. Now, the drugs come in, when she talked about she was forced to use drugs. Securing absolute loyalty from members of Combs Enterprise, including through acts of violence and threats. Like, I don't be making stuff up, y'all. Like, everything I say is we use common sense. Look, remember what I said what made it a RICO? Members and associates of Combs Enterprise, including high-ranking supervisors, security staff, household staff, personnel assistants, and other Combs business employees facilitated the freak-offs. Did I just say that? Among other things, booking hotel rooms for the freak-offs. These are crimes, y'all. Stocking the hotel rooms in advance with required freak-off supplies, including controlled substances, baby oil, lubricant, extra linens, and lighting. Cleaning the hotel rooms after the freak-offs to try to mitigate room damage. Arranging for travel of victims, commercial sex workers, and Combs to and from the freak-offs. This is what makes it a RICO. The organization of it is what makes it a crime. Resupplying Combs with requested supplies delivering large sums of cash to Combs to pay for the commercial sex workers, and scheduling and delivery of IV fluids. This is the wildest part of it. That it ain't even the baby powder. It's the fact that they was having such wild things going on that they needed IV fluids. In or about March 2024, during searches of Combs' residence in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California, law enforcement seized various freak-off supplies, including narcotics, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil lubricant. Look, all this is about Cassie. Combs subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse to cause the victim to engage in freak-offs. Combs maintained control over his victims through what? Among other things, physical violence, promises of career opportunities. Who he promised career opportunity to? Granting and threatening to withhold financial support. Did y'all read Cassie's first lawsuit? When all her personal items was getting delivered to Diddy? And by other cohesive means, including tracking their whereabouts. Did y'all hear that in a lawsuit when she talked about he was tracking her? Dictating the victim's appearance, making her cut her hair, monitoring their medical records. Diddy was having Cassie medical records sent to him, controlling their housing. Diddy she was living in a house that Diddy paid for and owned, and supplying them with controlled substances. All this whole indictment, y'all, is about Cassie. It's about Cassie. Like you getting caught up in the lettering instead of what it's actually saying. It's all about Cassie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. But this not even what this shit was supposed to be about. I wasn't even supposed to go that deep down this path. Maybe it might be more come trial time. But as we stand currently, it's about Cassie. That's it, and that's all. It's nobody else. There's nobody else is going to jail. No, we as the people, you can live one eye, you can live in your own world. But you heard the lawyer, you see the indictment. It's about Cassie. You can want it to be about other people. Hey, that's fine, bro. That's what you want. But this not that. This is Diddy versus Cassie, y'all. It's Diddy versus Cassie. You keep saying victims. Hey, when I'm ready to start replying to you, man, because you just want to believe. You want to live in fairyland. I'm giving you the facts. You want to live in fairyland. Keep following them bloggers that's going to lie to you. Keep following them bloggers that's going to lie to you. That's fine what the lawyer was talking about. Count one. Count one. Victim one. I mean, count two. Look. And this is what the lawyer was talking about. You keep saying multiple victims. You keep saying multiple victims. Sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Victim, one. It's one victim. It's not multiple. It's one victim. Do you see that? This is the indictment, one eye. Yeah, you right, Paz. You right. I don't know why I get caught up in that. He really messing the live up because he want to live in fairy tale land. No, yo, she tried. No, she tried to run. So y'all, damn, yo, see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all be following the wrong blogs, man. See, over here, we know what's going on, man, because we read everything. No, that's not the legal team, Jocelyn. This the indictment. It's not the legal team. This is the real indictment. Say victim one. The grand jury further charges from at least in or about 2009, when Diddy met with Cassie, up to and including in or about 2018. This don't say nothing about after 2018, y'all. Look, this is 2009 to 2018. In the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Combs, a.k.a. all his nicknames, the defendant in and affecting interstate and foreign commerce, knowingly recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, provided, obtained, advertised, maintained, patronized, and solicited by any means a person knowing in reckless disregard of the facts that means of force, threats of force, fraud, coercion, as described in Title 18. Look, there's no other counts. There's no other counts, man. Yeah, because he was doing it across state lines. It happened in multiple states. It happened in multiple states. It happened in New York. It happened in Miami. It happened in California. You know, because see the crime comes in, y'all, when he's ordering these sex workers. He probably flying them in. No, but like I doubt if these sex workers was local. More than likely he flying them in. I'm just saying, y'all, stop letting bloggers lie to y'all, man. It's not, nobody else is going to jail. They might find him guilty. They might find him guilty, y'all, because it's bigger than, like, this is bigger. This is not about Cassie. Even with all that said, this is not about Cassie. Cassie got paid. Cassie was fine with the money. You never know. Cassie might be, you know, somebody might be giving her extra little nudge, you know, to keep this thing going. She probably don't even want no parts of it, yo. This is about revenge, man. This is about revenge. Yeah, McGravy, we just watched it. It's about revenge, man. Yeah, nobody's going to jail, man. But see, my problem is, even though it's about revenge, even though he did commit crimes, my problem is, where's his friends? Why they not saying nothing? Because they know what this is about. They know this like, I just want people to understand, yo, this is not justice for Cassie. That's not what we're witnessing. We is not witnessing justice for Cassie. We are witnessing a personal vendetta. That's what's going on. And we saying one group of people exert their resources and power on Diddy. But where's Diddy? Where's Diddy group? Like, where's Sean? And that's what I'm saying. That's my problem. Why do us allow things to happen like that? Not us, the people. I'm talking about us that got the money. Us that got the money like Diddy got. Why are they so quiet? And they know what's going on. That's why I say it's like they just going to sit around. They going to wait their turn. It's like when you get out of line, you got to teach you a lesson. The lawyer and common sense. The lawyer and common sense. This indictment, these charges they started investigating this a couple months ago. Like, they're like, this is not something that was being investigated for years. This is something that got investigated a couple months ago. It tells you in the indictment. Go back to the video when I read the whole indictment. It tells you in the indictment when the investigation started. This investigation started probably 6 months ago. Diddy sued that company a year ago. A year ago. Man, for real, man. I feel you, Jason. It's a dirty game, man. No, see, I'm not saying that. See, you looking at the moral part of it. No, I'm not talking about the morality of it. I'm talking about as Diddy being a billionaire. Where's his billionaire friends? Why is his billionaire friends allowing him to be done this way when they know this ain't about Cassie? That's the issue. Yeah, this shit it's not bigger than Diddy. It's not bigger than Diddy. This is personal. It's not bigger than Diddy, y'all. Stop letting people tell y'all that. This is personal. I guarantee you, nobody else is going to jail. Nobody else is going to jail. Nah, it ain't. It ain't. I'm telling you, it ain't. Because it's not. I can see if this was an attempt to clean up the music industry. Then I could be like, all right, yeah, it probably is gonna be some people going to jail. But this is personal. Yeah, it is. It's bigger than now. Yeah, Cassie probably don't even want to participate. That's what I mean. It's a chance that Cassie don't even want to participate, but she ain't got no choice. Because it's not about because you going back to morality of it. It's not about him being guilty of crimes. But by the letter of the law, Diddy committed crimes. But I don't think it was a thing where Diddy knowingly was breaking the law. Diddy just a fucking freak. He a freaky man. You feel me? He a fan. What my man can he a fan. Diddy is a fan. And he done had money so long, I think it just got to a point where he just liked to see his money work for him. You know, he liked to see what his money can do. You know, he liked porn. I like it in front of me though. You know, a lot of people watch porn on their devices. He watched porn in real life, and Cassie was the fucking star of the film. As fucked up as it may be. As fucked up as it may be, Cassie was the star of the film. It just so happened that Cassie didn't want to be the star of the film at some point. You know, she might have liked it at first, and then he got too frequent. You know, it probably was freak offs once every 6 months, and then freakier Diddy got. Now it's freak offs once every 2 months, or once a month, or 2 times a month, and these freak offs lasted days. Hold on. Let's see if I save this video. It's a video with Diddy talking to the fuck that guy name is Cohen. O'Brien. I don't be knowing these dudes. But Diddy was explaining to him his freaky ways. The shit funny as a motherfucker. Yeah, we gotta move on to the next topic, y'all. Hold up. Let me see if I shared it. If I saved it. I seen that shit multiple times today. I probably ain't saved it. Nope. Sure the fuck did. Damn, I ain't even save it, man. That shit was funny as a mother. Conan O'Brien, yeah. Man, Diddy crazy, man. Diddy just was a freaky guy, yo. He just, he let it get the best of him, man. You know, when you got money and power like that, and he had money for so long, regular sex probably wasn't enough for him. It didn't get him where he wanted to go. So he started experimenting. And next thing you know, the experiments turned criminal. I think it's more along those lines than what the internet is trying to make it to be. He gave up freak offs. He wasn't there. Yeah. Andy, what the fuck? Somebody said his name. Conan O'Brien. I can't find it. I thought I saved it, yo, but it's a video with Diddy's explaining. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. It's funny as a motherfucker. Diddy Conan O'Brien. I'm sure somebody put it on YouTube. Here you go, right here. Here you go, right here. Shit funny as a bitch. Diddy just a freak, yo. He a nasty motherfucker, man.
Wix gives you the power of AI.
Man, appreciate it.
With full business functionality.
Cause we keep it real on here. Like we ain't trying to string everybody along. Like we gonna keep that shit real, so we ain't gotta keep revisiting it. Like a lot of people, they just want to string you along for views, put you on a motherfucking wild goose chase, and then tell you nothing at the end. No, we're gonna hit the points. Bang, 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 bang.
They just, you know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave. Right. Gotta keep them there. Right. You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but yeah, rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning. Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice
Monica,
sweat.
you got it, Monica. That's what's going on, man. It's obvious. Like, yo, it's really obvious, yo. Like he tried to sue them people for racial discrimination, y'all. Yo, that can ruin a company. And you talking about a company that got other huge companies that's invested. Like, yo, it couldn't happen. It couldn't have. And the crazy thing about it is, he might have been telling the truth. The crazy thing about it is, he might have been telling the truth. But we can't let that happen. Hell no. He gonna play with us like that. And he know how, y'all gotta realize, it is some devious, greedy, disgusting people in this world. Shit, Diddy one of them. That's what I'm saying. Like the same game that's being ran on him, he ran it on Shine. The same game. Check out some of my other lives I did on Diddy. The same game that Diddy that's being ran on Diddy ran on Shine. Ran it on Shine. This Shine greasy. So it's karma, but that don't mean it's right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. And if I'm just saying, we can't do shit. Our voices ain't big enough. But Diddy got billionaire friends, yo, and it's like they just sitting around and they know what's going on. They know what's some fucked up shit behind it, and they're saying nothing. I don't respect that. And right now, they weaponize the media. The media is a fucking weapon. Matter of fact, I wanted to go to what Law and Crime did a video earlier. Listen to how Law and Crime report this. Listen to how Law and Crime report what's going on with Diddy versus the truth. Gotta watch out, man. That's why it's good that we got black media now, so we can control our own narratives, man. Because even though we still be trying to, they still try to silence us. And then they got people that's gonna push shit in the game too. So you really gotta watch out who you support, man, because you might be supporting somebody that you think organic whole time. This motherfucker working with the system. Like, it's that real. Because media is a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool. Oh, man, I ain't watching that shit. Long as shit. Oh, look. Diddy's sex trafficking case echoes Epstein. Yo, Diddy case is nothing like Epstein's. Epstein was the fucking dirtiest mother. The shit that Epstein was dealing with underage girls, man. Epstein was going up to middle schools, recruiting children. Why are they trying to see? You gotta pay attention to what's going on. Why are they trying to relate his case to Epstein's? It's nothing alike. Nothing alike. Like I say, if you want to relate to anybody, it'll be not R. Kelly. It'll be the fuck happened? The fuck? If you want to relate to anybody, it'll be Bill Cosby. Oh. Oh, man. There we go. About time. God damn. Look at this, though, y'all. I want to see how they try to make this connection. And we still got to get the Ice Cube and Candace Owens, too. But I want to see how they try to make this connection to Epstein. Fuck, we're going to be live for a while today.
Dave McCormick said overturning
We live for a while. They may hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if y'all want to donate to the platform. Cash App Baltimore swag.
Bob Casey will protect the freedom to
Baltimore
make our
swag.
own medical decisions.
Faster.
Yeah, Kate, but that's not what's going on. They're not interested in locking nobody else up.
Faster.
Because like I said, it's personal. It's not about cleaning up the industry. It's not about stopping sex trafficking. It's about a personal beef with Diddy. I ain't got no fucking fake weights.
The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
He's been called the Jeffrey Epstein of the rap world, and in fact, he is facing some similar charges because now Sean Diddy Combs is sitting in jail.
Monica, it's the same game. It's the same game. That's why it's crazy that people are so silent, because it's the same game they always run. And people just sit down and wait their turn. That's all they doing. They sitting back and they waiting their turn.
Prosecutors in the same court. We are taking a closer look at the investigations into Sean Combs and Jeffrey Epstein, as well as what we could potentially expect at trial. And we will make these comparisons.
Give me a week of working out. I'll be getting 205.
Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
I was benching 315 at one point.
Music icon Sean Diddy Combs is facing some very serious charges out in federal court right now of sex trafficking, racketeering, transportation to engage in prostitution. Two separate judges decided that the millionaire philanthropist who recently had to return the key to New York City, he's going to have to stay locked up in that same city until he goes to trial. His proposed bail package was denied, no pretrial release. And by the way, just this morning, we learned that Combs is reportedly on suicide watch at the Metropolitan Detention Center.
His lawyer came out and said Combs is not suicide. This is that's what they do. When you got crimes, when you facing a lot of some jails put you on suicide watch, maybe about a week. Just to monitor you, make sure you straight. So yeah, let's get that right, man. Cause we don't want no Epstein X type things going on where he talking about he killed himself and nothing crazy. His lawyer said that he is not suicidal.
Out in Brooklyn, and sources told People magazine that Combs is in shock, that his mental state is unclear, so this is more of a preventative step. And when you talk about pretrial detention,
man, hell no, passionately,
a lot of eyeballs, very high profile. How can we forget that financier, sex offender Jeffrey Epstein died while he was locked in the Metropolitan Correction Center in New York pending trial on his own federal sex trafficking charges? Officials concluded that he took his own life, although, as you know, there have been a long list of rumors and conspiracy theories that he had been murdered. But here's the big thing. Brings me what I want to talk about today. Because as we've dug into the dozens of pages of legal documents surrounding the indictment and any possible bail, we have heard Combs compared now to two infamous sex offenders, Jeffrey Epstein and fellow artist R. Kelly. In fact, we spoke.
Yo, he is not. You see what they doing? They shaping a narrative, that's not true. They're shaping a narrative that's not true, yo.
With Nadia Shihata, one of the prosecutors who brought R. Kelly down on a recent episode of Sidebar, talking about those comparisons.
These are the charges I expected. I expected a racketeering charge. They've charged it as racketeering conspiracy here.
Gee, man,
and sex trafficking,
that's
given
different.
The allegations about commercial sex acts with prostitutes being flown in. I think these are the types of charges I would have expected in a case like this.
And you can check out that full interview over on the Long Crime YouTube page. But today we want to do the comparison between Combs' case and Epstein's case.
How they going? Epstein case, y'all? Epstein case. Is they fucking serious law and crime? Jeffrey Epstein, you gonna compare Diddy and his situation with Cassie to Jeffrey Epstein, who had probably 1,000 victims? Like, come on, this is terrible, y'all. That's why law and crime needs to stay out of black people's business, man. Law and crime they the people got everybody thinking Woody is somebody to be fucking watching. Or Woody, whatever pronounce his dumbass name.
Sex crimes allegations, federal cases out in New York. Now, of course, Epstein was a financial manager for some of the richest people in America, which brought him, his own millions and millions.
Prosecutors allege that he used that money to cover up a vast sex trafficking network. In fact, his indictment, which was filed by a grand jury in 2019, reads, quote, over the course of many years, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, sexually exploited and abused dozens of minor girls at his homes in Manhattan, New York,
One
Palm Beach,
subscribe to the channel, man. You might need to binge watch my video. Yo, see, y'all must be, a lot of y'all must be new to the channel, yo, but yo, this is one of the best YouTube channels on this motherfucker, man. I stand on it. Like, we keeps it all the way real. We don't run no plays. We don't do no fuckboy stuff. Everything is authentic.
To say that he enticed and recruited them to perform these sex acts, that he paid them, that he paid
he
them
definitely
to
no
recruit
pedo.
other girls. Now, to be clear, the charges that Epstein faced before his death, they were sex trafficking,
Woody don't have moles, bro.
Sex trafficking, 2 counts. So it's different than what Combs was facing, racketeering conspiracy, this kind of agreement to engage in a racketeering criminal enterprise that engaged in a number of illicit activities, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. But put that to the side. We want to compare and contrast. Could this give us insight into how Combs will be prosecuted? What can we expect from his prosecution? Are we dealing with a similar situation? Will we get transparency? By the way, as we're sorting through these details of Sean Combs and Jeffrey Epstein, can I just take a quick second to tell you guys about something positive, something else?
They always trying to sell something. That's what all these motherfuckers do. Talk you to sleep and try to sell you a product.
Something that I will tell you, I think you're going to really, really love. Here's a question for you. Upside, or scan the QR code on private practice. And the author of a new book, we have it right here, is called The Book of Murder, A Prosecutor's Journey Through Love and Death. And he joins us right now. Matt, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks so much for coming on. First, I'm going to set this book up. Kind of nice.
Yo, Woody will tell again. Like, how do y'all say that Woody got on the stand and said if he get locked up today or tomorrow, he'll tell on Young Thug? He said he'll tell on Brian Steele. He said if he get locked up today or tomorrow and they ask him something about attorney love, he would tell on. Yo, Woody is a piece of trash, man, that need to be kicked down the street.
Like a nice little bookstore over here. So Matt, first of all, great to see you. Happy to have you on here. Before we even get into Combs and Epstein, and there's a lot to get into, talk to me about the book, because I think one of the things that's interesting for me,
I don't want to hear about
day
the book.
in, day out.
So much that families go through when they're sure that the constitutional rights of the defendant are scrupulously followed, but also to learn about the case from the ground up. And then from that night, we would do every part of the case.
And that's different. That's not in every jurisdiction. The charges, what you expected. Congratulations on the book. Now I want to talk to you about what happened. We were actually planning an interview with you today. We didn't know what the topic would be. Just so happens Sean Combs gets arrested and indicted this week, so obviously we're going to talk about it. What was your reaction to reading the indictment? Was it what you expected? Were the charges what you expected?
It is interesting the way they did it. So it's a 3-count indictment, but because of the way they charged it, within those 3
because
counts,
of law and crime. Law and crime got everybody thinking Woody funny. Woody a slime ball, man. Woody would tell on his mother if he had to get out of trouble. That ain't nobody that need to be watched and on, man. Subscribe to the channel.
All of the alleged, crimes committed by him, including the arson.
That boy ain't give his life to nothing.
And the narcotics and the guns. One of the things that struck me immediately is some of these throwaway charges, almost like the narcotics, Schedule 1 narcotics with firearms, for example. If that alone is all he is convicted of under federal sentencing guidelines, there is...
Yeah, it's a queen. We know we go live every day at 11.
It could be decades in prison.
Well, can I clarify that point? He's not charged individually with, for example, possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number. He could have been. They could have charged him individually. It's a predicate crime as part of this overall conspiracy, right? This overall criminal enterprise. If we can prove these things, these are crimes that the criminal enterprise was a part of.
Every day, y'all, 11 p.m. we go live.
Activity, he could be found guilty.
Monday through
Why
Friday.
wasn't he charged individually
Sunday
with those crimes?
Because 2 out of the 3 charges
Eastern
actually
time.
carry up to life in prison. So the way they did it, the way it's charged is if the jury finds as a part of the criminal enterprise, if they find that to be true, And all they need are certain individual acts, like the firearms and the narcotics, for example, then that could still potentially qualify as a life sentence under federal sentencing guidelines. So this was something that was, this was a well thought out approach, I think. Behind the scenes somewhere, I think there's a professional prosecutor or several of them who know what they're doing. And when they serve those search warrants, you know, the Bearcats rolled in, you know, those big trucks, and they went in with the long guns. And if you watch those videos, what they came out with were computers. And so they went in really heavy, and they came out with the most important.
Look all that presence, y'all. Look at this, y'all. Like, look, can y'all see that? 1, 2, 3. Like, yo, why did they come this deep? This should have let everybody know they was on bullshit BS. Why would they come this deep to arrest Diddy? They came looking for Diddy like he was El Chapo or somebody.
Electronic
look at that shit.
Devices that could corroborate the allegations that were made in these civil suits. So this.
Come on, yo. This was, they was trying to prove a point. They was trying to prove a point from the beginning. No, it's not, yo. It's not. It's just Cassie, the Great.
A very methodical, well thought out, step-by-step investigation and decision to charge. So this,
as of right now,
is the way, honestly, this is the way I would have done it if I was the prosecutor on this. So they basically, the jury will have the option if any of those
we're not taking off a video.
In those 3 counts are found to be true, that potentially could lead to a conviction of those things with, you know, the potential for decades in prison. So this was done in a clever way.
Yeah, I was talking to Nadia Shihada about the comparisons between this case and R. Kelly, and she said, look, prosecuting racketeering conspiracy versus what she prosecuted racketeering, they're both, you know, tough cases to prosecute, but in a way, it's a more streamlined, easily digestible way to prosecute Combs for racketeering conspiracy than racketeering.
Make sure you come back when you want.
I can watch that. But talking about the comparison between Epstein, there is one stark contrast, because Epstein was charged with respect to abusing minor girls, and Combs, despite what you might have heard on other networks, and
that is crazy.
Unfortunately, I've seen kind of misinformation. Combs currently is not charged with any crimes involving minors, and while there are some civil lawsuits that name Combs as having been accused of things like having underage girls at his parties or engaging in solicitation of minors, the indictment against him doesn't charge him with anything related to sex crimes with minors.
Look who he's going up against, y'all. Y'all gotta look into these people he's going up against, man. We talking about, yo, some of the most powerful people in the world, man. In the fucking world. Not just the United States, the whole world. That company is the 4th biggest company in the world.
Efficiency in the case. And that could either be maybe they felt there wasn't enough there, maybe they're holding on to it, but I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, there's a different quality to that when you're talking about adults, because and it does open some arguments up for the defense, because when it comes to minors, virtually any sexual contact is going to be strict liability. In other words, if it happened, as a prosecutor, you just have the age, and under most states and under most criminal statutes, that's going to be enough.
There's no consent.
Right, there's no consent.
Yeah.
However, consent with adults will be.
Hit that like button, y'all. We had 20,000 people on here. We only got 46 likes.
It's going to be interesting to see how that comes out. Epstein,
and we rocking.
One parallel that I immediately noticed here is that each one of these men had people orbiting them that wanted their time, that wanted their attention. And you know, one of the questions I've gotten since coming out with the book 2 days ago is, if I could prosecute anybody throughout time and history, who would it be?
Well, that's a good question.
It's a great question. No, and in my mind, it's Jeffrey Epstein. You know, and the way that man's power and influence. So he had this orbit of people that were around him, and they were flying on his jet. And then there was that abysmal prosecutorial failure that happened in Florida, where they let him plead to 1 count of solicitation of sex with a minor. And it still said with a minor. It was a ridiculous plea. I think every prosecutor in that should be ashamed of themselves for that, honestly. And following that, it was like, what? How did this go so wrong?
I think I covered Epstein.
And then the Miami Herald, to their credit, they ran a series of articles that changed the complexion of that.
Kamala Harris was raised to take action.
Y'all know why they came at Epstein, right?
Unfair, I would ask.
Y'all know why they came at Epstein?
But
Epstein's case kind of similar. Epstein was running like a Ponzi scheme. That's how he got his money. Epstein lied about going to Harvard. Like his whole career was a lie. And he was running like a Ponzi scheme where he had these big companies investing in him, and they found out he was a fucking fraud. That's why they came after Epstein. People was wondering. It wasn't about trafficking minors.
What was fascinating is there are people here in New York City who continue to associate with Jeffrey Epstein after he was convicted of a sex crime with a minor, and they were still riding the jet, including a journalist who was involved. That is disturbing. So that case.
You talking about the guy who worked for CNN?
It was like everybody wanted to forget that conviction, and then the manifest came out for who was flying around on his jet, and there's a big difference between the before that conviction and after. But there were some really famous people that continue to associate with that guy.
Only a few months ago, we did sidebars on the documents that were released, like all the communications between prosecutors and his team, the grand jury transcripts, which raised even more questions why he wasn't charged, more seriously back in the day. There is something interesting. I was going to ask you this. Look, to this day, with Ghislaine Maxwell, his madam accomplice, she was found guilty of her own sex trafficking charges, sentenced to 20 years in prison. He's dead. There's been no other accountability. We're dedicating another sidebar to whether anybody else could get in trouble with respect to the Combs case. And let's be clear, he hasn't been found guilty. These charges are incredibly fresh. We don't know who else would be involved. But when you're talking about operating a criminal enterprise, you're talking about a conspiracy. And there are a lot of people said there's people who've been at his parties, and they have to
see it pushing the narrative.
Do you think that this is going to be a similar situation where he's just going to be the only one and nobody else? If we talk about accountability, if we talk about transparency, people are still asking questions about Epstein.
So here's one of the fascinating things about this case is there's one name on that indictment.
One name
and one name only. And one of the words you see over and over again is enterprise. So when people think of RICO, you think of the mafia, but these are RICO allegations essentially. So it's when you're talking about an enterprise, you're talking about conspiracy, whether it's charged or not, and you're talking about other people. So that one name, what that means is behind the scenes, as this thing started, as they started putting it together with the search warrants and everything else, I suspect what we're going to see is people within the organization who had potential criminal liability are going to testify against him.
What I say?
When the civil suits are going on and somebody's getting sued, it's
who the witness is going to be?
Loyal to somebody with his
who the witness is going to be? His motherfucking bodyguards, his roommates. They are the witnesses, y'all. It ain't going to be what y'all think it's going to be, man.
Or Jeffrey Epstein. When you're talking about a federal investigation,
it's going to be people in his orbit. I think that was the exact words I used.
The sentencing guidelines are severe if you're involved in something like that. And criminal defense lawyers have a euphemism they use when it comes to conspiracy cases. There's two buses. There's the defendant bus or there's the witness bus. And whenever you have a case like this, it's a race to the witness bus. And every good lawyer representing anybody else in that enterprise is going to be calling the prosecutors faster than you can say go.
Hit that like button, y'all.
Important things to say and wants to help. And I think that's
share it live, yo. Ain't nobody dropping this type of information on Diddy case on YouTube. Nobody.
Southern District of New York.
We go from the top to the bottom.
Is ongoing and wouldn't rule out what might happen with respect to Combs' additional charges or anybody else getting prosecuted. You mentioned comparing the two cases. So Epstein, was accused of operating this sex trafficking network. Combs operating a criminal enterprise that engaged in sex trafficking and violence.
No, you're right. Things can change.
There was another thing too.
I agree. Things can
and
change.
I think it's an interesting component of these federal cases is that Epstein was being prosecuted for conduct from the early 2000s. Combs being prosecuted for conduct all the way back from 2008. Does it make it
because
a tough case for
in federal cases you can't allow cameras into the courtroom? I wish they could have cameras.
Well, under the current rules of evidence, and this is an interesting thing.
Hit that like button, y'all.
Back when I was in law school,
we go live every day at 11 p.m.
I didn't even say how long ago
Eastern
it was.
time.
I'm going to age myself, but there's a thing called character evidence that goes back hundreds of years, and the general concept is if you've done something bad in the past It doesn't mean you did something bad this time.
Hey,
and
Steve, this
so
shit
it
about.
shouldn't be admitted against you. Okay, so
that's
somebody,
what
for
we
example,
dealing with, though, bro.
Robs banks, and just because the bank got robbed down the street doesn't mean they can just round up the usual suspects. There has to be additional evidence, and you can't simply use somebody's background against them. However, as we've kind of progressed, there are two big exceptions to that have grown in the last 30 years in the rules of evidence throughout the 50 states and also in federal law. Those are sex crimes and domestic violence.
Man, sweet in Nebraska.
And, and I think we all saw this. We kind of went through this as a population. Like I'm not a huge hip hop fan, but I always kind of liked Diddy. I saw him, get him to the Greek, and I didn't want to believe it, and I didn't want to believe in Bill Cosby either, and none of us wanted to believe in an OJ. But my thoughts changed dramatically when I saw that hotel video, and you hear the allegations made by Cassie Ventura, and it's a civil case, right? So, in civil, we live in a litigious society, and what does that really mean? And is this somebody that's going for a money grab, which is what he said? And you just don't know one way or another. And I think it's healthy to keep an open mind and even skepticism when somebody's being accused of something. But then we saw that video, and when he comes out in the towel and severely beats her and kicks her when she's on the ground, you look at it, it's like, ooh, that's highly corroborative of everything she said. And that piece of evidence is going to be admitted in his trial. And we all knew, it's like, okay,
look, what I tell y'all,
that is going to be admitted evidence-wise. So going back in time, that was
2016. Yeah.
2016. That's old. It's beyond the statute of limitations. However,
for sexual assault in California. Yeah.
For
assault. Excuse me.
For assault in California, the statute was blown, which is a whole other thing. We've got a DA in Los Angeles that I think has been horrific for public safety and violent crime, but that's another thing. But the
protect your wealth by spending physical gold, not paper money that grows weaker by the second, on a card that earns you gold.
But the idea of that being admitted, and it's recent enough.
Yeah,
it's coming in. I didn't think that we would see it as fast as we did, because what happened was his defense made a big pitch for
because
$50 million
that was the only way they was gonna be able to charge him. They couldn't charge it. They wouldn't have been defending him under no state charges, especially charge him in New York. New York don't have state RICOs because Mark, they're saying it was organized crime. They're saying that Diddy weaponized everybody around him. He had like I explained earlier in the video, he had his maids bringing in the baby oil. He had his cooks bringing in the towels. He had his security guards threatening people that, if the freak offs got out of hand and maybe Cassie got beat up or something, he had security guards that have paid people to keep quiet or get videotape evidence. So that's what made it a RICO. That's all this is about. He weaponized his employees. Now they're going to make his employees testify on him. Yeah, that's what it is. It's all about Cassie. The whole case is about Cassie. But it's crazy because you typically don't see people get paid off and then they take you to trial.
And the federal magistrate denied it, and they appealed it to the full federal judge. Who came out
so they probably paid him real nice too.
Said, look, they were involved in a long 10-year loving relationship, and immediately the judge pointed at that video and said, "What's love got to do with that?" And so that tape came in like day 2.
Hey, Mark. Money's a motherfucker, Mark.
At some point during the trial, I didn't think that it would come to haunt him that quickly.
And what's haunting him now is that he admitted it was him, right? So 2 days after that video comes out, he goes on Instagram and apologizes.
Street TV, what it is.
He had no choice. That video was incredibly clear about what it was, but I think he painted himself in a bad legal predicament. I will tell you what I also think
might be, but the reason why he done is not because of the charges, it's because of the people.
This is a common theme. The alleged victims might be different here, but prosecutors in both of these cases have said that the defendants were sex obsessed and that they used their wealth and their power, resources, network to satisfy these desires. And more specifically for Combs, prosecutors allege that he had these freak-offs, these FOs, where he would allegedly bring in male sex workers and direct them to have sex with women that he knew, often for days on end, while he watched.
You see he keeps saying women that he knew. other than just Cassie. It's about Cassie, y'all. Like, stop letting these people kill y'all with wordplay, having y'all thinking this shit bigger than what it. Yeah, man. This shit is about Cassie. It's not women he knew. Like it's gonna be a plethora of women. No, it's just as of right now, it's just Cassie.
Claim that they were drugged and coerced into performing these sex acts, fearing that, by the way, if they did it, they would face repercussions, threats, violence, and that I think is why people are making these kinds of comparisons.
I don't know, Hidden Swine. That's what people were saying.
Because that also, again, seems
right. He definitely ain't do nothing. Only thing he do, right.
Not everybody's going to be charged with these kind of allegations. It's if you have the ability to do it, right?
Yeah,
definitely did the same shit.
100%. Another thing
I know SRT. I don't know what's up with that, yo.
The allegations of witness intimidation, you know, and Jeffrey Epstein. There were two sisters, the Farmer sisters, that were the first to report the allegations against Jeffrey Epstein.
He's not on trial for Justin Bieber, man.
For Vanity Fair magazine, that famously did not run with that story. And then everything happened in Florida, and it turned out all essentially to be true. And there's a lot of finger pointing back and forth between the reporter and the editors at Vanity Fair. But there have been allegations of threats and intimidation against Vanity Fair magazine from powerful people in the orbit of Jeffrey Epstein. Ghislaine Maxwell, interestingly, after Jeffrey Epstein was convicted in 2008, she was invited to the Vanity Fair Oscar party. You know, and I still have not been able to wrap my head around people continuing to associate with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell after the conviction, and at least some of this stuff came to light. So with Sean Combs, we're gonna, I think, see something similar where we're gonna see some of these famous people trying to distance themselves as far and as quickly as they can. And he had a lot of powerful famous people.
And that's what this video was about. Like, just like how we talking about it, yo, these guys that's closer to Diddy, they know what's going on, yo, and they just being quiet. I don't respect that. Not saying that Diddy is right. Diddy committed crimes. Yes, he did. But I'm talking about the reasons why they coming down on Diddy, man. Niggas like Jay-Z, people like Jay-Z, my bad, y'all. People like Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Kanye don't rock with Diddy, but other billionaires. Like, if we got this money, yo, like everybody, well, not everybody, but they got money too. But they allow every time when these companies whenever they feel like it, they can just come down on a person and everybody's quiet. It's silent night. You can hear crickets. My homie's probably in the house sleep right now. Hey, yo, but we ready transition out of this, y'all. We gotta talk about Candace Owens and Ice Cube.
And you talk about the properties, right? So you know what else? You talk about this. There's this unnamed Department of Homeland Security agent who was apparently part of the raid on Combs' Miami mansion, and he told the New York Post
no motherfucking
that
freak
the rapper had rooms in his home that were obviously dedicated to sex. He told the Post, quote, "So if you were in those sex parties, you were being recorded from every possible angle, including angles you wouldn't have known about. In my opinion, he's as bad as Jeffrey Epstein. These women are young, either barely legal or barely illegal." And then he also told the Post that we have evidence that these women didn't feel like they were free to go.
Yo, who said this is bullshit? This is BS, y'all. Listen what he just did just now. This case, I just showed y'all, it's only victim number 1. Is about Cassie. Now, long crime pop up with this unnamed Homeland Security agent. And listen to what you'll say. Yo, see this that weaponizing the media shit I be talking about, y'all. This BS right here, y'all.
In my opinion, he's as bad as Jeffrey Epstein. These women are young, either barely legal or barely illegal. And then he also told the Post that we have evidence that these women didn't feel like they were free to go. And there's video evidence that some of the girls are clearly out of it while these men are having sex with them. And then if you go back to the indictment.
Yo, but nobody, yo, hold up, yo. I knew they was going to do this. I'm glad we watched this, y'all.
They say, quote, Combs also used the sensitive, embarrassing, and incriminating recordings that he made during freak-offs as collateral to ensure the continued obedience and silence of the victims. But going back to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yo, he did that to Cassie. Like, yo, why why he just do that? Why did he just do that, y'all? Yo, this man, y'all dirty for this long crime. They says this unnamed Homeland Security guy. Yo, you know when somebody is unnamed, you can put anything on them. Whenever somebody is unnamed, yo, they can say anything. You can put anything on them. And then he go into the indictment to try to give it credibility to say, and you see in the indictment, they say, so now it's looking like, yo, look, now it's looking like Diddy was just intimidating all these women with old videotapes of freak offs. Like, yo, come on, yo, that's not what that indictment say, yo. Long crime, y'all dirty for that, man. They dirty for that, man. This is what I mean by, yo, these people that Diddy's into it with, they got connections. You know, they can make, yo, y'all gotta watch that video I did when I explained this. When I explained how these things work, when I explained the rap and the prisons and how everything is aligned, you know. Yo, they can make things move and you'll never know about it. It can be the same people running the news, running the TV shows, running the music, running the magazines, and you'll never know about it. So you're seeing all these stories that look like it's independent, but it's really coming from one fucking source. It's a dirty game, y'all. Yeah, like they said that lawsuit. Yo, I'm not saying he didn't commit no crimes, bro. Like, yo, just like, why you keep doing that? I'm saying this case is about Cassie. But what he just said with this unnamed Homeland Security guy, and he tried to give it credibility by going to the indictment, which we know the indictment is about Cassie because it says it. It's only one victim. Why did he do that? That was irresponsible. That was irresponsible, man. That was irresponsible, man. That shit was crazy. Yo, but all right. But speaking of what I was just saying, Ice Cube, Candace Owens. Ice Cube and Candace Owens got into a back and forth because Candace Owens had some things to say about gangster rap. Just anybody here want these hands. Yo, crazy. Yo, we don't fight in here, yo. We have real conversations. Y'all gotta remember, yo, every day at 11 p.m. Eastern time, we go live. So, Ice Cube responds to Candace Owens. So, this is what Candace Owens had to say. Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds, who profit deals to homosexual black men in prison and then turned them into artificial celebrities. The goal was to create false idols to destroy Black American values. I will never change my mind on this. So Ice Cube say, we called it reality rap. The industry coined it gangster rap. The fans wanted gangster rap, and that's what they got. The fans didn't write none of my shit. I'm a real MC. Yo, why did Ice Cube feel the need to respond to this? To have anybody ask that question, why did Ice Cube feel the need to respond to this? Now, look, I ain't no Candace Owens super fan, but I agree with Candace Owens on some of the things that she say. Now, I'm not saying she right with this, but my question is, why bro yapping that he not gay? Okay. No, I think it's a little bit deeper than that, though, y'all. See, Ice Cube and NWA, to my knowledge, was the first gangster rap crew. The first. Now, there probably been some guys, you know, before them. But to break mainstream, it was NWA. NWA introduced gangster rap to the world. Now we know what gangster rap has done specifically to the black community. Depleted it, destroyed it. Not by itself though. It had help. But what Candace Owens is trying to say, I guess, is they use gangster rap and rap culture to destroy the black community. And I done videos about the rap community, rap and the effects that it has on the community and the connection they got to other entities and, you know, things like that. But Ice Cube, to me, he basically agreed with her because he said we called it reality rap. The industry coined it gangster rap. The fans wanted gangster rap. And that's what they got. Yo, but who are the fans? Like, yo, I remember during that time, well, I was young, but I remember seeing videos during that time where it was a pushback of gangster rap, you know? Yeah, a lot of politicians, they had Ice Cube and NWA had to fight them in court to even make gangster rap a thing. Now, I'm not aware of the climate back then. Like I said, I was young, very young. You feel me? But I'm sure that it was people that wasn't really fucking with this shit. So how can he just make a general claim that the fans want a gangster rap? Is they just going by the numbers? So it looked like to me that this is another situation where the people, they've been selling out for the numbers. Nobody cared about the community. Nobody thought about the lasting effects. This is a situation where people put numbers over everything. They put numbers over morals. And Ice Cube, even though he claimed to be a gangster rapper, you kind of find out that Ice Cube went to college. Ice Cube was never a gangster. So I take issue with Ice Cube. I really do. He tried every now and then come back and say things against the establishment, but I don't trust none of it because he played a major role in what's going on in black communities today by forcing that gangster shit onto the people. Ice Cube was the first one. NWA was the first one that broke mainstream. Like I said, it could have been some small pockets here and there, but Ice Cube and NWA broke mainstream. And now, 30 years down the line or 50 years down the line, however long it's been, we dealing with the same issues that they rapped about. And I just thought it was strange for him to for out of all people. I know somebody tagged him in it and asked him what he thought about this. But he ain't had to reply. Dre wasn't no gangster either. That's what I'm saying. A lot of them guys that was pushing gangster rap back then wasn't no gangsters. Dre wasn't no gangster. Suge Knight wasn't even no gangster. Suge Knight went to college, he played football. Suge Knight ain't become a motherfucking gang member until he was a grown-ass man. Like, yo, we've been tricked into this gangster persona. We've been tricked into thinking that gangsterism was the way out. And Ice Cube participated in it. I got a million videos talking about that. That shit need to be banned. That's a whole nother level. That's a whole nother level. Yeah, they sold out, bro. They sold out completely. And that's why I think it's ironic and strange that he's the guy. You know, but he's also the guy every now and then try to run back to the community and ask for help. Oh, the NBA trying to blackball me. Yo, but what about the pain and harm you caused, Ice Cube? You ain't never addressed that. Ice Cube never addressed what he did in the role that he played in pushing gangster music onto the culture. Never. But every time he have an issue with the establishment, here he come. I need everybody's support. You know, they doing this, that, and the third. It's like, yo, come on, yo, you was a fraud the whole fucking time. Like, I don't trust nothing that come from Ice Cube. At all. I don't trust nothing that come from him. Try to act like he, like, you know what I mean? Like, I get what Candace Owens is saying. Now, I don't agree. I don't think that gangster rap was never black culture. You know, I don't believe that. I believe that it was, you know, You know, we was living like that in some communities, you know, because we talking about the hills of the crack epidemic. But I think with Ice Cube and them, they blew it up times 10. They made it way worse than what it was. And that's why I always tell y'all, the internet becomes reality. A lot of people always think, well, it's just the internet, it's just the internet. Yo, but how many things have we seen on TV that made its way into our living room, that made its way into our streets, that made its way into our neighborhoods? Like, yo, we got to start taking this internet shit serious, man. It's not a game. It is not a game, yo. Stop allowing people to tell y'all that, yo, it's just social media. You know, it's just entertainment. No, it's not. It starts off as entertainment, like gangster rap did. And now look what gangster rap done to the black community. It's brainwashing. Exactly. It's brainwashing. Like, yo, this shit fucking crazy, man. Fucking Ice Cube. And then she say, who profit deals to homosexual black men in prison and then turned them into artificial celebrities. Artificial celebrities. The goal was to create false idols to destroy black American values. No, I think she off on that, you know. But it was hijacked. I can't agree with that. It was hijacked. You know, it was hijacked, and then, you know, I did a video on it, yo. Y'all go check it out. It's called Rap the Prison Pipe. It's on my page. Y'all find it. It's probably like a year ago. It's a hell of a video. Very insightful. For real. If you didn't know, you'll learn a lot from that video. I actually recommend I think that video should have went viral, yo, so people need to know exactly what we dealing with when you're dealing with hip hop and the forces that be. You understand? It's a crazy connection. Yeah. That's the thing. We, you know, most of us, we can't let our personal opinion of somebody discredit their message. You know, a lot of times we make that mistake just because we don't like them personally. We tend to discredit everything that they say, and we don't do that, man. You know, like I don't like her personally, but sometimes she says some shit that makes sense. Now, she didn't say shit that makes sense on this one, but Ice Cube didn't either. You feel me? And he always try to be the. Nah, I don't be fucking with that. Grace, what's called Grace Smith. Okay. Got you. And on y'all, but shit, I appreciate everybody that tapped in. We almost 2 hours in. What y'all want to do, y'all? Y'all got something else you want to talk about? Let's see what else I got on here. Y'all know we rock and roll, man. Academics keep trying to go live the same time I go. We're going to crush academics. Watch. Academics. My bad, y'all. My phone was down. This charger plugged up on it. Let me take this charger off. Hey, where I put a 10 on there? So look what Cat Williams had to say about Diddy. Nah, I ain't crushed it. I just dropped the motherfucker. Look. See, this that narrative. Now he a comedian, so I ain't surprised from him. Yeah, but nobody else is going to jail, man.
What thing?
Hey, look at it. Kareem Akbar. That's right, the educated brother from the bank. He's the real head of the CMB.
Who are you talking about, Mr. Brown? What thing?
Hey, look at it. Kareem Akbar. That's right, the educated brother from the bank. He's the real head of the CMB.
He said that's what Diddy gonna do. Diddy ain't doing that, man. Diddy is nobody. They don't want nobody else. Even if Diddy was to try to tell on somebody, that should have probably never come out. It'd never come out.
Rocco, Quan, someone that I held very near and dear to me. I want to start by saying Quan was that guy, and he knew it, you know.
Yeah, it's karma, Monique, at the end of the day.
You know, I remember seeing Quan one day.
Jay-Z ain't going nowhere.
Through something. I had some on my mind, you know.
Yeah, Rico is out of control.
You know, by the time I left Corn, I'm laughing, joking. You know, that's just Corn. You know, he lit
It's
it
Rocco,
up,
y'all, if you don't know.
And it's hard for me, you know, because that was my boy. It's my brother. You know what I mean? And but I got a crazy story. So I got a call from Corn. He was like, you know, Corn talk fast. He was like, "Big bro, I need you. I'm doing my anniversary party on the tabernacle. I need you. Come on, pop out." So I'm like, but you know, I'm from Atlanta, so I understand. I understood him. I was like, I'm in there, you know, I'm in there with you. But I'm a translator. He was like, "Big bro, I'm doing my anniversary party at the tabernacle. I need you to pop out with me." You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. So, and so fast forward, we do the show. He bring me out, pass the mic off to me. I'm in there with him, we rocking. I look back through my peripheral, you know, I see Corn over, he's standing on something, he dancing, he rapping all my words, you know, that just gave me that extra energy to turn up some more and go harder, you know. And that's the type of person he was, you know. And we're gonna always hold Corn in that light. Corn is forever goated in this city. We're gonna champion Corn forever. We're gonna keep Corn music streaming. We're gonna keep listening to Corn. DJs gonna keep spinning Corn. We ain't never let Corn name die, ever.
Yeah, y'all, but y'all gotta remember though, y'all, media is a powerful tool, man. Powerful. It's probably the most powerful tool. And I really don't like the fact that law and crime, it seems like they done broke some type of deal with YouTube. It's like now all the news come through them. So you know they compromise. You know, whenever you got all the news coming through one platform, it gotta be compromised, yo. The news has to be controlled in a way. You gotta realize that. That's why whenever a person gets to talking too freely, you know, they try to make you exit stage left. Because they don't want that. They want, and that's why you notice that only certain people was able to go to the top, like Diddy. You know, to get where Diddy and Jay-Z and all those guys at, yo, they had to do a lot of bending, man. I mean, some of them probably bent over. You hear me? So it's hard, like I say, to even feel sorry for Diddy. You know, because he knew the game he was playing. You knew the game you was playing, bro. Like when business to that level, like people always talk about the streets and how messed up the streets is. And when you get into business on the level that Diddy was on, or politics, the level of the president or even the governors, shit get dirty, man. It's a leverage game. And if we know that you beat Cassie, we know you did some foul things to Cassie, and now you gonna play with us? You gonna play with us? All right, Cassie. You remember what did he ever pay you for? Did you ever get any money for the things Diddy did to you back in the day? I'm telling you, it'd be that simple. It'd be that simple. It'd be that simple, man. Yeah, he's just a pawn. For real? Cops involved in the YB case. Fired. Man, but it's a shame, but it's still a shame to see other celebrities that's on Diddy level not saying nothing when they know what's going on. They know this isn't about Cassie. They know what this shit is about, and they is just quiet. Like I think that's sucker shit. I don't respect that. But those are the people that they look for. Like it's hard for people like me and some of us to even. They ain't never gonna let us reach those people because they need people they can control. See what happened with Diddy is Diddy got out of line. Got out of line, Diddy. You feel me? Now it's time for us to chastise you because you got out of line. Now we're gonna take everything. Everything that we gave you, we taking it all back. And that's what's going on right now, man. It ain't about Diddy going to jail. Diddy might not even go to jail. Who knows? It's about taking everything we gave you. If you notice, he sold his plane. Well, he's selling his plane. He's selling his house because he need liquid cash. His lawyer probably cost $20 million. Like everybody is taking. We gonna get, yeah, you gonna pay for that. You try to put this name out on us when we fucking played fair with you for fucking 15 fucking years, Diddy? That's how they talk to him. We fucking played fair for you for 15 fucking years. You gonna fuck us like this? I got something for your motherfucking ass. Can't see. Get his ass. We got you. You ain't got nothing to worry about. We're gonna be right there every step of the way. We were right there every step of the way. Sue his ass. Then we're gonna send his ass to jail for fucking around. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That shit ain't no game. See, yo, even with the Jaguar White shit, yo, she didn't think it was gonna be this. Like everybody giving her credit for being right, but this ain't what Jaguar Wright was saying. Jaguar Wright was saying that they're gonna come down for Diddy for all the shit that he was doing. But that's not what this is, yo. This is not coming down for Diddy for the shit that he was doing. This is coming down on Diddy for playing with us. It's a difference. This is coming down on Diddy for playing with us. You played with us, Diddy. We the reasons you got rich, Diddy. We the reasons you're a billionaire, Diddy. 50 Cent said Diddy was making $60 million a year off Ciroc. He was with Ciroc since 2007. Diddy, you done made $500 million off us. You gonna do this to us? Racial discrimination? Oh man, Diddy, you gonna pay, Diddy. You gonna pay. And that's what the fuck going on right now, y'all. That's why it's nobody else going to jail, because they don't want nobody else. They don't want nobody else. If you listen to what the feds, see, yo, we cover the whole case over here. If you listen to what the feds said at the press conference, the question, one of the reporters asked the feds, was there going to be any other suspects? No, he not no fall guy. He's the guy. He's the guy that they want. And the feds exact answer was, yeah, there's other people. And we urge those other people, if they know anything, to come talk to us. What that tell y'all? That tell y'all we'll get y'all a pass if you help us send him to jail. That's what that told me. I did a video on it. Go back. It's on one of the Diddy videos. I think I only got like 4 on my channel. Yeah, this ain't, yeah, Jaguar Wright wasn't right, because she was talking about coming down on Diddy. Like, this ain't about Diddy's past. This is about Diddy present. And his past, it's Diddy past being used against him for some shit that he did presently. That's what this is about. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, G-Man. We ain't locking y'all up. Just come testify. That's exactly what they saying. Now, if you don't come testify, we might come get you. You understand what I'm saying? We might come get you if you don't testify. But so what you think they gonna do? They gonna come testify. Yeah, yo, it's a dirty game, yo, but it's business, yo. It's business. Yo, business is dirty, y'all. Like, yo, it is a dirty game. That's why some people, like, if you notice, even some rappers, you notice how you have rappers that put out a hot song and they just disappear. It's a reason. I ain't playing that game. It's a choice. You don't have to play that game, but you're not gonna get here. Shannon Sharp right now is playing that game. Shannon Sharp is trying to be the biggest. He's playing the game. He trying to get $100 million. He playing the game. But there's some people that have put out a hot song, a hot album, and you don't hear from them again. That's because they're not willing to play. No, I ain't. No, that y'all play dirty. I'm good. I don't have to have $350 million. I'm good with 10. You understand what I'm saying? I'm good with 10. But you gotta know, if you're trying to get up to that billionaire status, that upper echelon, look what they did to Kanye West. They did the same thing to him. Not on this level, because Kanye West ain't got the demons. See, Diddy fucked up because Diddy had the background and the history that they can use against him. Kanye West ain't got that. Kanye West ain't got no history of beating on women and having freak offs, and Kanye West ain't super freaky like Diddy was, or Diddy is, or I don't know how you want to characterize it, but they couldn't do that to Kanye West. So what they do? They crushed him in the media. Crushed him. Kanye West is crazy. Kanye West is out of his mind again. Kanye West this. Kanye West that. Kanye West lose this deal. He lose Adidas is like, yo, that's the game. That's the game, man. And you can choose to play. You choose to, you know. I don't want to have $500 million. I'll take 3. And y'all do y'all thing. Like I don't want to invest in Revolt. I invest in trucking. You know what I mean? I don't want to involve myself in that level of business where it gets super dirty and grimy. I own a trucking company. I get some box trucks. I do some things. I get vending machines, and I be the top vending machine in the United States. You understand? Like, it's certain businesses that these people run that if you want to play in those businesses, you have to play their game. And when you playing their game, you playing a game that you can't win. It's like the streets. You know, when you run the street and you deal with the police, you fighting a losing battle. You're not gonna win that. You're not gonna win that game. You're not gonna win the game between you and the court system. The court system is always gonna win because they're lie and they can do whatever they want to do to sit you down if they want you or not. It's the same shit. It's the same thing, y'all. Ain't no different. Mm-hmm. Call him BBL Diddy. BBL Diddy. BBL Diddy. That BBL Drizzy song was funny as shit, y'all. Yeah, but I appreciate everybody tapping in, y'all. If y'all fuck with the message, y'all want to support the platform, y'all. Cash that Baltimore swag, man. We try and keep it all the way real. YouTube don't pay for live videos. You can get 40,000 views on live, and YouTube will pay you 80 cents for that motherfucker. That shit is crazy. 30, yo. But yeah, we just try to keep it real over here, yo. Like, I ain't really into, this. We just trying to keep it real, man. That's it, and that's all. The real gonna relate. The fake, I don't know what they're gonna do. They get on board eventually. Nah, Jay-Z not worried right now. Jay-Z not going to jail. Man, Angel Reese crossed the line, man. It's a lot of sick ones. It's a lot of sick ones, man. That's what I'm saying. If they really wanted to clean up the industry, they could have been did it. I ain't even. And see, this the thing. And the reason why Puffy not getting the community support is because of that, Maximus. Puffy he been running the dirty game on people. Like I said the other day, nobody is rich. I seen the hood educated dude steal my whole take. Like, nobody is rich off of Puffy. Who did Puffy make rich? He got all these people, all these music, all these people he has dealt with in the industry. Nobody is rich. Nobody can say, yo, Puffy put me on. You feel me? Like, because all he do was, take advantage. Puffy is always going to win. That's what I'm saying. So he plays the game on other people. Now it's time for the game to be played on him. No, they playing the game on him now. You playing the game, Puff, that you was bound to lose. You going up against different kind of money, bro. That shit just was a bad decision. He must have. I think Puff might have been on one of them drug binges. He probably was on a drug binge when he filed that suit. Man, Leo, man, that nigga, man, Puffy, my bad, y'all. Puffy held the Lax publishing for 15 years. You don't remember, Leo, when the Lax couldn't put out no music? Everything had to do all mixtapes. Like, I stopped liking Puffy back then. I was like, damn, Puff, that is wild, bro. Like, these guys did help you build it up when Big died, and you can't even release their publishing. Yeah, that was a dirty game, man. So it's just, it's just time, hopefully he learned from it. I don't think he gonna get life or nothing like that. He might beat some of them cases, but he might go to jail if that's what they want him to do. Whatever they want to happen is gonna happen. Simple and plain. If they want Puffy to go to jail, he going to jail. If they want to just chastise him and take all his things and send him back to the streets broke, then that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. Yep. But y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Check out my latest videos. I got 1,000 videos, old, new. We keep it all the way real. It's my Cash App Baltimore Swag. Somebody put my Cash App in the chat. I don't think I can do it when I'm live. It's BALTIMORE Swag. He is cooked. Felt like he got life in traffic, ain't no joke. Yeah, see, but that's the thing. I don't. The crazy thing about it is, y'all, I don't think Puffy looked at it like human trafficking. I think Puffy just looked at it like, yo, he's a freaky motherfucker. Like, I don't know no other way to explain it. Like, I don't think he actually thought that what I'm doing can send me to prison for life, because he was just fulfilling his sexual desires. Like, he was a fucking freak. He was a freak. But they used it against him. They leveraged his lifestyle and his way of entertainment, and they used it against him. Yeah, like they fucked him over, but he didn't fuck people over too. So what the hey? I mean, like it's hard to feel bad for him when you know he done played the same game on people. Like at the other live we did the other day, man. I ain't had no clue Puffy did that to Shine like he did him. Man, Puffy did Shine dirty. Puffy paid witnesses to come to court and testify against Shine. Like, I couldn't believe yo did that. That man had a dream team of lawyers and made Shine pay for his own lawyers. That man had Johnny Cochran and some other guy. Like, Puffy done some dirt, man. Puffy done some dirt. And you do dirt, you get dirt. You do dirt, you get dirt. That's how I go. Hey, did y'all get the cash? Did you get the Cash App Baltimore Swag? To Queena. BALTIMORE. All right, bet. Yeah, man. This shit crazy though. Because as long as people stay silent, then it's just crazy, yo. The whole situation is crazy. Now Puffy done broke the law, yo. When you break the law, hey, you gotta live with the consequences. That's what I always say. Stand on it. Know what you do when you're doing it. If you're out here committing crime and you can only do a year, only commit crime that's gonna get you a year. Don't be out here breaking into houses and robbing people and doing all this stuff that's gonna get you life in prison, because that's not what you're ready for. Yeah, they got divorced. The rumor is that Ben Affleck saying them tapes. That's what the rumor is. The J-Lo might be on the tapes. And I'm sure that there is probably other people on the tapes. I'm sure it is. The man probably got years of tapes. But he's not going to trial for none of them. Like, he's not going to trial for none of them. Yeah, that's what the rumor is. Because, that divorce happened, like, suddenly. Like, it looked like they was having a time of their life. Then one morning we wake up, and they talk about Ben Affleck divorcing J-Lo. Like, damn. Fuck that come from? Man, everybody, man, Pimp C used to lean on them motherfuckers. See how Pimp C died abruptly? Yeah, it's probably is our people on the teeth. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if they was doing a real up and up investigation to where they was really trying to get real answers, it probably would be some more people going to jail. Yeah, but I don't think that's what's going on right now. I think this is just personal. This is just, you play, you lay. Like I said before, you play, you lay. And Diddy played, and now Diddy laying. You feel me? Like, straight up. Straight up, yo. But shit though, y'all. We ready to go though, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, y'all. Make sure hit that like button. Like I said, I gave y'all the cash app for anybody want to support. I appreciate everything. I appreciate y'all for coming in. Love you here. Thanks for giving everyone. Man, salute. And you gotta make sure we go live every day at 11 p.m. Every day. You ain't ever gotta question it. And is he live? I'm always live. I don't care how tired I am. I could be sick. I could be ready to die. I'm gonna fucking go live my last couple breaths if it's 11 o'clock. If it's 11 o'clock, if I'm ready to die, I'm behind the phone, y'all gonna see it. We gonna go viral. Fuck it. Lord is at 11. But this is another day of KBG News. And that's Eastern time, y'all. 11 Eastern time. And I'm out.